What's up, y'all? It's Coach Arch, Forever Young Films, and this is the recap, episode 5. Let's get active. All right, y'all. Thank y'all once again for tuning in to the recap. This is episode 5. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, comment down below. This episode of the recap is brought to you by the good folks at Black Opulence Clothing. My guy, you see the shirt right here, my childhood friend, Ebby Ara, played under Kelvin Sampson at the University of Oklahoma, Boomer Sooner. Also played for the Nigerian Olympic team. Also played over a decade overseas. He was a professional for over a decade. So this is his Instagram. Go check him out. Tell him Forever Young Film sent you. Get you a shirt or 2 or 3. All right, now that that's out of the way, let's get into this past week. It was crazy. We ended up covering 5 games in this episode of the recap. So let's go ahead and get active. All right, we start things off at Spring Woods High School. They were taking on Rayburn. Right here, you got Dylan Wynn knocking down the corner 3. Spring Woods was off and running early. Here's Big Sean Wells, best kept secret in Houston. We'll talk about it a little bit later. Rayburn was trying to stay in the game early off. They weren't making their shots. They were getting good shots, but weren't making them. Right here, you see Isaiah Gonzalez knocking down the 3. Right here, a steal, and Javion Jackson's going in for the layup. Once they started making their shots, it started getting a little bit interesting. Right here, last play before the half, got Jeremiah Maida making a 3 at the buzzer, bringing them within 4 going into the half. It kind of teetered back and forth. Spring Woods kind of always had a comfortable lead that's 6-8, and then there you go, Sean Wells. Told you we would talk about him a little bit later. He's an implant coming in from Dallas. He's at Spring Woods. Right here, you got Will Patton going in. He reminds me a little bit of Micaiah Tunde from Spring Woods, if any of y'all remember him. I don't know, but he was one of my favorite players. That's who Will Patton reminds me of a little bit, but it was just too much. Sean Wells, 6'8" kid, 2023 for Spring Woods. Make sure y'all check him out. Here he goes right here. Fast break. Can jump. Spring Woods goes on to win, y'all. All right, next, we were at Stratford High School for Cy Park versus Stratford. Super competitive game. This young man right here, Kendall Cross, senior guard for Cy Park, was in fuego, on fire, raining 3s. Wait a minute. He was on fire and rain. Whatever you want to call it, he was on it, and he had 33 points, game high, career high, school high. And then once Keanu starts going, he's going. Another kid that I'm really, really high on for Stratford High School, 6'7", 6'8" kid, graduates 2023, can play above the rim, can step out, knock down the 3. Really, really high on Keanu. I know that y'all guys know that. At this point, Stratford was in control of the game. Luke Hatcher with the steal and the dunk. Another guy that is really effective in multiple areas of the floor. So Stratford had a handle on the game, but never was able to run away with it. Right here, you see Cy Park's Keyshawn Satterfield getting the corner 3. Really loved the energy and the effort that he brought for Cy Park on both ends of the floor. Right here, you have Jefferson Nonal with a steal and a score for Cy Park. He's a senior guard as well. But at the end of the day, it was just too much Luke Hatcher, too much Keanu Dawes. Both of these players had double-doubles in the game, and Stratford was able to hold on to a hard-fought win. You know, Cy Parks is a tough out. Stratford ends up winning 76-70. All right, next, Texas Jamboree, Cy Ridge versus Port Arthur Memorial. This one got a little chippy. We start things off with a Jake Holland 3. He's a 2024 at Cy Ridge. Port Arthur Memorial kind of jumped out thanks to Keandre Jones. He's a 2023 kid, super interesting prospect. This is an interesting prospect too. Braden Young, 6'8", 2024 for Cy Ridge. It was kind of back and forth game. Right here, you see Marion Edwards getting in for the layup, and then big man Donald McNeil for Port Arthur Memorial knocking down outside jumpers. He was super effective in that mid-range area. Port Arthur Memorial started kind of taking a hold of the game. 8-point lead, 9-point lead. Keandre Jones showing his athleticism with the alley-oop and the dunk. to end the half. Second half, South Ridge started getting things going. Young Braden Young, again, 6'8", 2024. He kept them in the game until Jamil decided to turn his activation button on, right? First half, he wasn't really able to make shots. Second half, closer. I mean, was absolutely a monster down the stretch. Right here, this play is all about the ref. Look at him. Nah. Gotta show the refs some love, man. Trey Swayzer right here, knocking in a bucket for South Ridge as they take the lead finally in the fourth. Right here, Jamil is going to put the nail in the coffin. And then this last play, one more play from the ref, man. I love watching him ref. It's always fun. Watch him. Yeah, Superman and South Ridge goes on to beat Port Arthur Memorial at the Texas Jamboree. Gotta love it. All right, next, staying at the Texas Jamboree, we had Summer Creek, who's been playing a lot better lately, going up against Bellaire. Summer Creek really had control of this game from the very, very beginning. Jalen Johnson with a three. Right here you have Jacob Cole, ESPN top 40 kid for Bellaire, class of 2023, trying to keep his team in it. Jalen Johnson shot the ball extremely well, had 16 points for Summer Creek. He's a unsigned senior guard, all right, out of Summer Creek. This was the surprise of the game. This was the X factor for Bellaire if they had any chance of winning. Brandon Ford, he was extremely active. He was on the boards, he was on the floor, he was cleaning things up. But right here, Dan Morgan, Summer Creek with the cleanup himself. Call him the cleanup man. Big man with a throwdown. This is when Summer Creek is at their best. When Jalen Goodman, J5, and Jalen Johnson, and these guys are active defensively and creating extra possessions for themselves, getting easy threes, getting layups. This is when they're extremely tough to beat. Right here, Bellaire trying to stay in it with a Noah Newman, corner three. Right here, you got Dan Morgan being active defensively, protecting the rim. Cam Patterson on the other end. He's a 2024 guard out of Summer Creek. He's an interesting prospect as well. Long, can score in multiple ways. Right here, you had Anthony Andrews. He's a 2025. Good to see him on the floor. Loved seeing him back in the fold at Bellaire. Again, 2025. But it was just, hey, J5, that's a hell of a pass, bro. J5 to Cameron Patterson. Jalen Johnson and Dan Morgan. Just too much. This was Summer Creek's day. And like I said, they've been playing a whole lot better. Jalen, stop. Don't do that. But this is a big win for them. 68-53 Summer Creek. Finally, Texas Jamboree once again. This was the last game that we did. It was Episcopal versus Goose Creek Memorial. No Sam Bradford. And in the beginning, it really was no problem because Avant Coleman was a bucket. His Twitter handle is @DBucketCole, and for a good reason. I love his scoring ability. He's a senior for Goose Creek Memorial. Check him out if you haven't. But this game was about the young stars at Episcopal. Justin Begg right here. Jaquil Registy. Man, Jaquil, can you please just, I want to be the one to get it right. You're too good for me not to be saying it right. So please, Jaquil, let me know. Darius Woodson right here, a senior for Goose Creek Memorial. He was getting it done down low. But like I said, this game was all Episcopal. Right here, one of the only seniors that they play. He's extremely productive though. His name is Jonathan Burrows. He is an unsigned senior guard for Episcopal. Right here, Justin Begg can really, really shoot the ball. I like him. He's a 2024. Another 2024, Jaquil, that I mentioned earlier. Not gonna butcher his name this time. Darius Woodson right here again for Goose Creek Memorial getting the dunk, but just too much Episcopal. Jaquil with the cleanup. Jayden Holt, the one that set up the cleanup. Well, he's a 2025 kid, guard at Episcopal, really, really good. Jonathan Burrows closing it out with a couple of dunks. Way to play, fellas. They end up with a big win, 70-51, the young Episcopal High School. All right, that is it for this episode of the recap, episode 5. If you have watched it all the way to the end to right now and you have not liked, subscribed, and commented below, this is your chance to do so, so please do so. Let me know where I can get a little bit better. Let me know some games that you might want to see on here. Next time we have this many games, we'll probably do a poll on Twitter and let y'all pick the game. This time, we just picked 5 games and it was kind of eeny, meeny, miny, mo, you know? But next time we'll put the power in y'all's hands, let it be a little bit more interactive. And it might end up being this week. We have another busy week. On Tuesday, we will get our easy tag ready and head all the way out to the Woodlands. They are taking on a very good Seven Lakes team. So I'm excited to see this game. Then later on in the week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we will be at the KDISD basketball tournament. So if you or somebody that you know want us at the game, needs film, please contact the email below as always. And as always, thank everybody for their hospitality. The Texas Jamboree, RCS Sports at the Hoopsgiving Classic, St. Thomas Episcopal, Coach Twine, their entire staff at their Thanksgiving Classic as well. I pray that y'all all had a really good Thanksgiving. I enjoyed mine. Like I said, once again, it was a busy week, full of action. But as always, God bless, stay safe, and I'll see y'all next time. My name is Coach Arch. This is Forever Young Films, and this is episode 5 of the recap. Holla!